All right, let's get this thing started. It's looking a little weird out here. So, checking out Bitcoin, we're on the 15-minute time frame because it's kind of odd. You made a rounded top, and now we're just starting to pump upwards. This is the choppy price action I don't like. I honestly really don't like it. I'm considering getting out of all my trades because this could end up really bad. It feels like stop loss hunting is about to happen, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So let's check this out on the daily real quick. On your daily, Death Cross has been achieved. You saw a red day as soon as that Death Cross came in, and then we had a giant green day yesterday, but we sold off some of those gains today. Right now, our stochastic reset extremely fast, so we could actually fall down. This is a bit of a problem for the upside. Anyways, coming into our 4-hour time frame. Now your 4-hour, you're putting in higher lows in your relative strength, and this could be your first formal higher low. The only issue I have with this is the fact that you had a very distinct level of resistance that you fell below, and now you're popping back above it. I don't like that. It's not very clean. Not very clean. I prefer clean charts. This is choppy. This is not great. So now I am completely wondering, what are they planning on doing? There is now uncertainty when it comes to my trades, which I don't like. There's a lot of uncertainty with it, especially with this random green candle we just got. Stochastic on the 1 hour is showing it does want to go up a lot, but still, that rounded top right here, that's what has me worried. We also have a very distinct downtrend right here, so we could come right up to 81,410 and then roll right on over. But this is creating uncertainty. This is all actually causing some tokens to break out of their downtrends. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm really not a big fan of this. As soon as it gets choppy, I usually sit out of my trades, usually for like a day or two, because it makes sense to at that point. Yeah, you even came down, you rounded the top, you fell out, now you pop right back above it. I don't like that. I don't like when they play around with a level like that. I don't. That's not enjoyable. Not enjoyable to trade. Let's see here. Area in which we could go just on a retracement idea, getting back up. Yep, looking like it could go straight back up to 81,681. That is a possibility. No, we could roll over right now too. That's annoying. Annoying. All right, let's go back to that 15-minute time frame. 15-minute. So your 15-minute stochastic fully reset to the upside, and you have hidden bearish divergence. This thing could go anywhere. This could actually go anywhere. Crazy. Let's check out the liquidation heat map. Let's see what they're going for here. So checking it out on the daily, looks like we have a ton of liquidity to the downside at 78,158. But we do have this little pocket here at $129 million worth of shorts, sitting at 81,104. It's looking like they're targeting that. Interesting. Trump designed by Mr. Trump. Okay, all right. So we do have plenty of liquidity overhead on the 24-hour. Let's check out the weekly real quick. On your weekly time frame, there is a massive amount of liquidity up here. Massive amount. But we haven't even been able to start cracking into it. The bears have been really forcing this down. The thing that I can't really get behind an overnight pump, because we do have futures expirations tomorrow. It's not. I don't know if it's a very big one. Let's find out how much in futures are going to. How much Bitcoin futures expire tomorrow? All right. Let's see how much in Bitcoin futures expires tomorrow. It is looking like. Come on, give me a number. I just want a number, man. Excuse me? 2.59 billion? There's no way, right? So right here, chart designed by Trump. Got it. So right here, we're looking at this. On crypto exchange side, platforms like Deribit dominate Bitcoin options, which sometimes get conflated with futures in casual talk. Posts on X from April 10th, so today, mentioned $2.59 billion in options expiration on Deribit and $2.32 billion for Bitcoin, $270 million for Ethereum, and those are going to expire tomorrow. So maybe this is why it's getting so weird, but wait, let's see, what is the max pain price? Let's see if we can find the max pain price, because likely for us to start heading in that direction. 82,000. All right, so it seems like 82,000. So that could be why price is moving up right now. Your max pain price is at 82K, and that would be right about here. So they could try to break this thing out tonight, get that max pain price hit, and then see what happens. But if the bears are still in control, they're about to send this thing down as low as they can, which as of this moment, I'm kind of here for it. But yeah, so kind of interesting movements here in the market. We popped right up, getting a higher high. If we end up going down below this low and a lower low, it's whipsawy and it's terrible. I really hope they don't start doing that a lot, but they could. They really could. Anyways, we have a nice little list today. We're going to look at Ethereum, XRP, ADA, Solana, HBAR, Algorand, OM, Ondo, Sui, Maker, Aave, FET, Render, Atom, and Near. Yeah, I still think they want 71K. I really do think they want 71K, but it seems like the bulls are trying to stop out some of those shorts, which... rude, but is what it is. Alright, let's check out Ethereum. Let's see how it's holding up in all this. It had a very bad day. So with it breaking this uptrend, I'm not very confident in Ethereum's price action. Not very confident. We might be coming all the way down to 1,158. Damn it, I missed BTC. I mean, we just got off of it. We literally just got off of it. But yeah, so right now I'm looking for Ethereum to make a nice little move down here. 1,159 is my target, but we do have support sitting at 1,349. Let's go down and touch some support. Seems like the right and proper thing to do, unless for some reason the bulls take over and start sending this price to the moon, which I would not personally like, because I am in shorts right now, so I would not like that. You just got here? Alright, Rich. I see you. Moving on from ETH, let's go check out our 58 cent, our soon-to-be XRP. XR Pizzle. So XRP made a beautiful bearish backtest at that 205. Now it's trying to bullishly consolidate. At least that's what the untrained eye would tell you. But your 4-hour time frame has an extremely high stochastic RSI right now. Your MACD looks like you have hidden bearish divergence, which that's not great. You also have hidden bearish divergence on your RSI, putting in a higher high than before with a lower price. So on your next move down, I'm still looking for $1.27, but give it enough time. 58 cents. Just give it some time. It'll be all right. You're gonna be all right. I promise. All right. Next up, Solana. Checking out Sol. Sol's doing its best not to lose its behind, so it's trying to catch some bids. Also, you're below 115, so automatically I'm bearish. I'm very bearish. So I'm thinking $78 could be coming in hot. We will see what the bears have in store for us, but this little weird pump action that we're getting right now, I don't really trust it. It seems like they're baiting in longs. That's what the feeling is. I could be absolutely wrong. That's the feeling. Yeah, a few years from now in the bear market. Oh boy. Wait, you're talking about XRP? Nah. Nah, that won't take a few years. A few weeks. 8 to 16 weeks. It'll be fine. Alrighty. Next up, we have ADA. ADA. So once again, you're respecting this downtrend right now. If Bitcoin decides to get really strong, well, man, I'm gonna have to get out of my H bar trade. Oh boy. Yeah, Bitcoin's showing a lot of strength right now. I think they're stopping out as many shorts as possible, which is annoying, but is what it is. I'm down 10% on my H bar trade. No, I was in the green earlier. Yeah, so ADA right now, you're putting in these higher lows, which is great, but also now you're in the bullish control zone while having significantly lower prices. This is gearing up for a possible move to the downside, unless the bears just pulled off the greatest fake out ever, which I don't think they're good enough for that right now, considering the world is in turmoil, there's a credit crunch, there are a lot of bad things going on. So I'm kind of reading the room on this one. I don't know that ADA is going to make it to the upside, but I would be looking for a move down here to 41 cents. I'm still bearish because we are not broken out of our downtrend. Still bearish. It's too bad. I have to check in on Axie Infinity. I'm down pretty bad on Axie Infinity right now, so we will. You know what? We're going to check on Axie Infinity right now, see if it's breaking out or not. Ooh, it's so close. So very close. If it breaks out of this, it's definitely going to stop out my copy trade, and that will be really bad. I'm only banking on a 5% downside move, but man, this thing just didn't want to fall. I barely came down, and now here we are. Look at the 15-minute here. It was like I got into the trade because of this price action here. I was like, oh, cool, we're about to roll over. Shoots straight up, finds resistance, comes down. Now it's finding its next level of resistance. This has me worried. This has me very worried that Bitcoin might have a weird spike up, send this thing to my stop losses, and then all of a sudden, oh, cool, it falls afterwards. That would be frustrating to say the least. But it happens pretty often. This market is not nice. It's not nice. But you're resetting your stochastic on the 15. That's good. Your 1 hour, you're sitting at the top on your stochastic. You just came up from the bearish control zone. Honestly, this is a flip of a coin. Are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? We are now starting to act like we're chopping sideways. Not a fun look anymore. It looked a lot more clear with this move here, but the bullish engulfing hourly candle, that just threw everything into a tizzy. I don't know if we're going to follow through to the upside or not. All right, next up we're going to look at H-bar. H-bar is... I'm down 15%. I think we're going to get out of H-bar. H-bar showing a surprising amount of strength. Markets being made. Markets are being weird. They're being strange. We had a nice short-term downtrend here that we just decided, oh yeah, that resistance at 16,958, we're just going to break out. No big deal. Okay. Cool. I'm glad it's not resistance anymore, but could you at least have hit your supply line? That would have been cool, or your demand line, I mean. That would have been nice. Would have been pleasant. But instead, no, it just wants to rally right now. Noted, you also have bearish divergence on the 1 hour. So, yeah. By the markets. Markets being made by the markets. Interesting take there, Cotton. Interesting take. They will not be able to see, Cotton. All right. Looking at our 15-minute. See, it's the 15-minute that is basically like, nope, we're going down. This is some weird price action here at a level of resistance. I would think it's going down, but, you know, maybe not. And it's not like I'm trying to be overly greedy here, talking about the bigger time frame where it's like, hey, bro, we have hidden bearish divergence. You know, we're putting in lower lows and all this other stuff. Should be coming all the way down here to 9 cents. I'm not talking about that. I just want a little 7% fall. No big deal. English is tough. It's literally the hardest language in the world. Literally the hardest language in the world. I don't know. I'm still in the trades. It looks like things are starting to cool off all of a sudden. I don't even know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. This is getting weird and strange. Weird and strange. Anyways, moving on from H-bar. We have Algo. Algorand. I will be paying attention to those. But Algorand, kind of in the same boat as most of the others. Go out to the 4-hour time frame, you can see it plain as day. So, looks like we're trying to retake that 50 simple moving average, which is cool. But, yeah, the hidden bearish divergence already happened. Now we're waiting to see if this longer term downtrend is going to hold. We should see pricing come down to 10 cents. That is the idea, as long as this downtrend holds. If it doesn't, well, you're pretty quickly going to find yourself at 20 cents. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Lots of uncertainty in the market right now. Lots of uncertainty. And that's very hard to trade off of. All right, OM. Let's see what you're doing here. In this nice consolidation pattern, you tried to break out above it. You didn't quite make the measured move, which is kind of a shame. You did put in a higher low, though, and you're still in this nice little symmetrical triangle. But notice the whiplash here. Notice the whiplash. This is the most uncertain thing I've seen in my life. You broke down to break above to come right back into the center. This is not favorable price action for a trader. This is really bad. But you are expecting, because you are technically above the 200 simple moving average, you're expecting the price to start going up. We'll see if it does. Your 4-hour stochastic already reset. It does have the fuel to be able to go up. Will it? I don't know. I actually have no idea on this one. Because you broke down and broke up, I have no clue. Nobody knows. I would expect you to come down because you are in that nice, like, overbought territory, but I've seen weirder things. So it definitely could still go up. This one, I honestly have no idea. Like, I had no idea. Alright, next up we have Ondo. Ondo tried to break out, failed, had an uptrend, broke down, pushing back up. Awesome. Love how weird it's being. Looking at the 1 hour, it's trying to reset right now. So probably on your lower time frame, you're probably seeing something that looks very clear. However, with Bitcoin being weird, a lot of other things are going to be a little weird. Currently, you do not. Come on, nope, stop it. All right. You do. So currently you have hidden bearish divergence on the 15-minute, with your high being back here and a significantly lower high, and you more than likely already have a 50% retrace. Yes, you do. So if this thing were to hold true with the consecutive lower highs, you should see Ondo come down something like 8% sometime throughout the day. I would look for that 8% drop. So this one, a little bit more clear, but noted, everything is subject to change based off Bitcoin's movements. And if Bitcoin wants to be a fickle little thing, then, you know, it's going to be a lot harder to read. Sui. Sui is next. So, checking out Sui. Sui is in its nice little downtrend. Been maintaining this downtrend for a while. You tried to break out. You got a bearish backtest of your former uptrend. Now it looks like you are making those lower highs. So, over time, you're probably going to find yourself back at $1.24. Just give it some time to breathe. No big deal. No big deal. Just a bit of downside. All right, next up we have Maker. Maker. I would be selling it. That is one crazy wick right there. Lots of selling pressure. I wouldn't trust this thing as far as I could throw it. Considering it's digital, we can throw it pretty darn far. But yeah, whipsaw like crazy. You're making this little uptrend here. However, you are making consistent lower highs. Even this high right here looks more like a double top, where you should see yourself drop down afterwards. I mean, it's cool. It made the measured move, but after that, it's like, what are we doing with a wick? That's insane. So I'd be looking for further downside. Anywhere between 697 and 508 would be my targets. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. Not a big fan. And then also you have hidden bearish divergence from your previous high to this high. Yeah, send it. Send it. Let it fall. Let it fall. Moving on from Maker, we got Aave. Aave. So Aave out here is finding support, trying not to be terrible. However, hidden bearish divergence has been achieved. You do have a higher relative strength with lower price action on the 4-hour. This could get really nasty really quick. I would be looking for a price down at $87. Noted you still have this uptrend to work off of. You need to break down from it. If you do not break down, you do have a bullish case, and your bullish case is to go up to $160. So if things do get bullish, this could have a beautiful 19% move to the upside, but your bearish case right now, you could be finding yourself going 34% to the downside. We will just have to wait and see if the market wants to stay bullish or not. Bitcoin is up nearly 1%. Ugh, yikes. Getting weird out here. And H-bar is showing so much strength. Jeez. Absolutely insane. I wonder if Asia's buying. I wonder if they're the ones buying. Anyways, moving on, we have FET. Fetch AI, nice breakout of a downtrend, beautiful. We have a higher low situation. We hit neutral territory on your stochastic for the 4-hour, not too shabby. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to take the L on H-bar. I don't like its price action. We're down 12.5% on the H-bar trade, 13% now. Even worse, even worse. I think we're down 25 to 30% on the Axie Infinity trade. Oh, rough times. Rough times. These trades right around stream, they're not doing so hot. Not doing so hot in the past 2 days. So if this does continue to the upside, we're going to be looking for 16% upside move. However, you do have... It's looking like it could be a double top situation. Someone could also argue the hidden bearish divergence from this peak to this peak. So let's just give you a bearish case. If it does happen, bearish case scenario, you might see this thing come down to 25.6. So positive case, you'll be going up to 49.7. Your negative side, if things start getting all poopy doopy dumpy, you could see a 39% drop. That's unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. Render. Let's see what Render's doing. So Render, we were calling for downside, and it 180'd on us. Now it's pushing straight up, looking stronger than ever. Somebody's been giving it some vitamins. Anyways, you're breaking out of this downtrend as well. Interesting. Interesting. There's technical hidden bearish divergence right now because you do have a lower price. You are hitting a level that could be seen as major resistance. This one's a toss of a coin here. I'll tell you what. You had an uptrend, you broke down from it, then you just decided a double bottom was in. Maybe you see a massive rally to the upside. And I mean actually massive. This could be substantial. So if this is a double bottom, over time, you're going to be looking for $6.74. That is your bullish case. We went over the bearish case the other day. It could be coming down 63%. Could be real bad, but you could go up 69%. All right, H-bar, we are officially taking the L on it. It is up too much. I'm down 16% on the trade, 17%. Yikes, too bad. We are out of H-bar. Axie Infinity, we might as well get out of you as well because you are currently down, what is this? I want to say it's 33%. Load in. 27%. What a gosh darn shame. 29%. Yeah, we're going to take the L on that too. Anyways, taking some losses is what it is. That is a part of trading, especially when the market does something that I don't recognize. I get out. Full moon Saturday. That's right. That's right. We do have a full moon coming. That is right. But yeah, the market's doing something weird, so I'm going to be out of all trades for the duration of this evening. And we'll see what the market decides to do. But, unfortunate. As soon as I get out of the H-bar trade, it starts coming down a little bit. Frustrating. Frustrating stuff. Alright, Adam. Checking out Adam. So Adam right now, still maintaining this recent downtrend here with that formal hidden bearish divergence on the 1 hour, but you're making these higher lows. So you could find yourself going up, of course. Noted your upside potential, that's like a little more than 35%. You're looking at possibly 39% right now, but your downside potential is a 14% drop. Kind of a flip of a coin right now. Flip of a coin. What's going to happen? Take your bets. But you are currently maintaining an uptrend. This is beautiful. Adam does look very strong. Looks very strong to me. Alright, moving right along here. We have Near. The last one I got for you guys. Near. Near. You have bullish divergence on the 4 hour and a higher low. I don't know what more you could ask for on this one. And you're sitting on top of a level of support. Near looks pretty darn good. It'd be a shame if this one got sold off. It actually would be a shame, because you should see some upside out of this. This one should go right back up to 231 at least. 234 is your measured move. You could see Near go up 15%. It's not a bad look. Not bad at all. But yeah, that's the list of tokens I'm bringing to your guys' attention. Right now, we have Axie Infinity looking like it wants to go up. Oh, it has bullish divergence and a higher low as well. Didn't notice that earlier. Probably should have paid attention to that. Probably should have paid attention. That's on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. I didn't see it. But right now, we could see this thing rally up. Something like this. You're getting your breakout right now. Could be going to 263. Nice little skedaddle up. 11% is possible. Wild and crazy. Wild and crazy. Let's get rid of these alerts here because they do not matter anymore. However, I'm definitely staying out of these trades. I am definitely staying out of these trades. Bitcoin's running right now. Oh, same thing. So it's kind of a double bottom. I wouldn't say it's bullish divergence per se. Kind of a double bottom, the higher low. Maybe that's what the traders are looking at. Whoa. Whoa. But Bitcoin, big opportunity. If it breaks out, $96,000. That's our target. 96K. So yeah. Anyways, if we have no requests, I guess that's it for tonight. Pretty simple day. Pretty simple day. Things are getting really green. Really green. It's weird to me. Working at making a triangle? Yeah, I guess so. You bought the dip of EOS long today? Can we take a look? Sure, we will definitely take a look. Well, if Bitcoin's going up, trust me, that thing's going to do great. Sitting on top of your long-term support uptrend, not bad. China money printer go burr? I mean, I've heard about it, but they just weren't buying. Seems like they're buying now. Who knows? Maybe they're fighting with the U.S. stock traders. Who knows? You do not have bullish divergence on the 1 hour. That kind of worries me. Let's check and see if you have it on the 4 hour. You don't have any bullish divergence. It just looks like the sellers are starting to give up a little bit. So you do have this uptrend to work off of. You have hidden bullish divergence, which is really nice. So if EOS is going to be bullish, this thing could rally really, really hard. Right here. Could rally all the way up to $1.09. So if this is real, if this uptrend is real, you could go up 67%. Sweet. What did I say the max pain price was? 82,000. 82,000. I think that's where Bitcoin's going. I just sold right before the pump, looking to buy in cheaper, and it does this. It was rolling over. It was rolling over, and then it stopped. And it's getting real bullet. Honestly, we might be heading up to 82K, because that is the max pain price for futures expiration tomorrow. So let's put an alert for 82,000. 82.58, close enough. So if we hit 82K, we're probably going to stall out right there. Okay, we're going to see the equilibrium prices just fluctuating right there, not doing much. But I didn't realize how close we were to 82K. I honestly had no idea. We're almost overbought on the 15-minute. Beautiful. Why not? Why the heck not? So here we are. We would have to break out. Oh my goodness. We would literally have to break out in order to hit the max pain price. That's unfortunate. Calling the bluff and not buying back. I'm not trading this. I'm not trading this one bit. I'm just gonna watch. Watch and be amazed. I'll probably get back to trading tomorrow around 1 p.m. when they're done playing with the market. And hopefully Trump doesn't say anything. You know, inflation data came out today also. Inflation data was great. For some reason, Wall Street thought inflation was going to go up, which I don't know why they thought that. I mean, maybe they're just like, well, tariffs. It's like none of them took effect. Why would inflation go up? That doesn't make any sense. Noted, there were some companies that got caught raising their prices before the tariffs took effect. And they were like, well, it's because of tariffs. It's like, tariffs haven't started. You're price gouging. Wow. And I hope those companies burn. I hope they burn. Go bankrupt. Never come back. Because we know exactly who was gouging the prices now. Absolutely insane. I'm not a big fan of the price gougers. I'm really not a fan of it. Who? You were finding it in like Targets. Some Walmarts were doing it. But a lot of department stores. A lot of department stores are doing it. So Amazon, we usually don't run into that. But yeah, so it's like we had Walmart, AutoZone, Columbia Sportswear, Ferrari did it. Jesus. I don't know what Conagra Brands is, but they did it too. Fuckers. But yeah, Walmart and AutoZone, those two did it. Walmart is a piece of shit for that. Piece of shit. But yeah. The price gouging is unreal. It's unreal. Yeah, they didn't even buy the product yet. That was tariffed. Exactly. But they'll raise their prices preemptively, just like they did during inflation times. They were like, oh, well, it's due to inflation. And they hiked their prices up like 120%. And it's like, hold on. How are you going to say it's inflation? Inflation's sitting at like 13%. Not 120. Like, the fuck? But yeah, some companies, they just take as much advantage as they can, and they're like, oh, well, people's paying it, so who cares? Like, wow, okay, alright. And I hope every one of those companies burn. When they went up because of COVID, exactly. It was like COVID got announced, and overnight, everything went up. You're like, what is this? Unreal. It was unreal. So yeah, corporate greed is actually a real thing, but I don't blame it for everything. Global trade took a hit. Yeah, that's true. All right, so tonight we have a mixed bag of things. Could go up, could go down, honestly. Never came back when the market equalized. Of course, they will never lower the prices unless you just stop buying their product. They will never lower the prices because people get used to it. So then all of a sudden they're like, oh, cool, we get to just keep making this margin. It's great for our stock. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. People need to realize it sooner and stop buying it. Yeah, the prices will never come back down. They just won't, unless the company's about to collapse. That's when they start taking it in the margin, and that's when their stock starts falling. Your bank was ramped up the personal loan spam. They really want interest payments? Oh, yes, they do. All Amazon warehouse closed in Quebec because they syndicated. Syndicated, interesting. Stop buying their stuff and buy American. Yeah, no, China. Speaking of China, there was news they threatened to offload. I think it was like 1.4 trillion in their mortgage-backed securities, and no one cared because that would lower all the interest rates on all the houses. And it was like, oh no, it would also crash the housing market. Oh, heaven forbid, housing will be affordable again. No, don't do it. I think China realized that, so then they decided not to do it. They're like, wait, we don't want to help them. We want to hurt them. Damn it. Like, yeah, stop buying up our mortgage-backed securities. Stop doing it. Alright, this was a great stream. Short, sweet, to the point. Love it. Love it. Alright, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I have a little bit of a headache from my run today. It was hot. And, yeah, I think I just need to rehydrate more. I don't know. I'm not feeling 100% right now. But we'll see how tomorrow looks. Honestly, I wish I could give better guidance, but we are doing some weird stuff. The fact that Bitcoin could curl over, look like it's about to dump, and then start pumping, little bit weird. Little bit weird. And then on a few other charts, we noticed the whipsawing. Little weird. Little weird. So be careful out here. Rusty, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. But yeah, be careful. Keep your stop losses tight. We could see market come down, back up, just whiplashing around. So just be careful in this environment. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take it easy. Keep your stop losses tight. See you later. I will, Rick.